everyone. My name is Eunice Nerito. Today's word of wisdom is self-image. Self-image is how you see yourself. It is how you perceive yourself. It is what you think of yourself. It is the impression that you have on you. Self-image can be positive or it can be negative. It can build up your confidence or it can destroy your self-esteem when it's negative. Self-image is very critical. It determines your identity. It also determines the relationship that you have with yourself and the relationship that you will have with other people. Self-image is not something that just happens today and ends today. It is a long life journey. What do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see a beautiful person? Do you see a smart person? Do you see an intelligent person? Do you see a strong person? Join us tonight on Wisdom Wednesday as we will be discussing this and more on responding to life. Have a blessed day.
And a blessed day indeed it is. A blessed evening, a blessed afternoon wherever you are. My name is Victoria Katha, and I would love to welcome you to Responding to Life. It's Wednesday. It's yet another day of wisdom. And tonight, I'm telling you that I don't only have my co-host with me. I have some beautiful, beautiful looking gorgeous ladies who are looking so beautiful. They are wise. They are, someone was even doing emails before the show because, she's a working woman, but they are so pretty. They are gorgeous. They are wise, and they are great in their own fields. And with that said, they will be joining us tonight. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Akuje Angalia, skim through because there are some women of valor that are here and they do not want to miss out on that. Now, with that said, again, my name is Victoria Katha, and I would love to welcome you to today's show at Responding to Life. So join us on Facebook, on YouTube at Responding to Life, and if you love my own personal profile at Victoria Nkatha. Now, with that said, today's topic is all about self-image and body shaming. Now, before I bring my amazing co-host online, because I know I will not get to say much today, self-image. What is self-image to you? And before we even start, I want you to go into the comments and tell us what is self-image to you before the ladies come and define self-image. To me, self-image, as it is already defined, is the idea of one's abilities, how you look, how you are, and your personality. You see the way I'm bubbly and the way I am all ha 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 ha. That is my self-image. That is my identity. That is who I am. You see that I look good. You see that I'm glowing. You see that I look scrumptious. I will tell you a little bit about that. Now, with that said, I would love to welcome my beautiful soft-spoken. She is so gorgeous. She is so soft-spoken. She's not like me. She's very calm. Her voice is very sweet. I wonder if she ever shouts, because I wonder how she will shout with that nice voice. So, with that said, Madam Eve, how are you, my darling?
Oh my God, Victoria, if my mom had you, she will wonder what you're talking about.
You shout.
I do.
Hello?
I just, I guess it depends on the circumstances.
Hey. Oh, do you know? When I imagine you shouting, this is the thing, the self-image, the image that I have of you is very, some of us are the ones who have those powerful voices that we're like, when we roar, we were talking about it before, yeah? We were talking about
Yeah,
it before. Anyhow, my darling, how are you today?
I'm well. I am so
Hmm.
excited. I'm so happy. Tonight's show is gonna be lit, and I want to invite you to invite as many people as you can. We are here to discuss about self-image and body shaming. If you
Hmm.
have ever been body shamed in your life,
Hmm.
kindly share in the comment section. We're here to tackle all these questions, and we have amazing guests who are willing to help answer all these questions. And feel
What
free
do
to
you
share as much as you can.
Now, tell me, just take me through one by one and give me the people who you want to bring up, and we shall call them from wherever that they are hiding. Tell me.
Before I invite my guests, I would like to tell you how I met them.
Mm-hmm.
And we are all finalists of the Miss Curvy Curves show, Miss Curvy Curves Kenya. We are models.
Eunice, don't I look like a model? Am I a joke to you? Am I a joke to you?
Well, Victoria, I don't know where you were, but right now I think you are not in Kenya, so I guess that's
Una
why you
choma,
missed it.
una choma. Anywho, but go on, my darling, go on.
Yeah, so we are finalists in the Miss Curvy Curves Kenya show, and these beautiful ladies, the moment we met during the auditions and during the photo shoots and all the things that we have experienced in the Miss Curvy Curves show, we have discussed this topic with them, and that's why I felt it important to bring them live and have this conversation with you, because body shaming is real and every single person experiences it in their own way. And like it's beautiful to have people who are like minded having a beautiful conversation and helping to change the society for the
Yes.
better. And with that said, our first guest is Catherine. Catherine Kangochi. I hope I have pronounced your name right. Kate, introduce
Yes.
yourself.
Catherine Kangochi, you said it right.
Oh
So many
yeah.
people get it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you so much, guys, for having me. Such an honor. Yeah, thank you. I really do appreciate.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Catherine.
Catherine Kangochi. I am a personal professional chef by profession. I am also a model, currently in the final list of the Miss Curvy Kenya. And so excited. I am excited to be here. I am a body enthusiast. So, yes, it is such a privilege being here.
Nice. That's nice, Catherine. Nice. It was lovely meeting you, and I am so grateful that you decided to join us tonight. And I am looking forward to having more in our conversation. And we are going to introduce the next guest, and her name is Denver Opondo. Denver, um, introduce yourself, Mama.
Hi. Hi. Oh my God, this is such an honor. Such an honor. I'm so glad to be here. I was super excited. Like, you have no idea. Anyway, my name is Denver Opondo. I am an IT specialist. I major in automation and web development.
Wow.
And then I'm a model. I'm a commercial and fashion model. And now going into pageant, which is Kavi Kav. Yes.
It's lovely to have you here, Denver. Thank you for coming. And
Yeah,
I'm looking,
just a moment.
yeah.
When I said that these ladies are smart, did y'all think it's a joke? They're beautiful and smart. How do you have a model and an IT specialist on the same person?
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, go on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And finally, our last guest is Eunice Nerito. Eunice Nerito, how are you?
Hi everyone. So my name is Eunice Nerito. I am a digital marketer and communication specialist. I'm also a model. I'm a mental health advocate and a counselor at the same time. It's so wonderful to be here, and it's really a big, big honor to have and join you guys at the same time.
Thank
Yeah, like
you.
we said, we had an amazing show lined up for you, and these ladies are not only beautiful, they are brilliant, they're intelligent, and they are here to share their ideas about the topic of the day, which is self-image and body shaming. So we are going to start with the first question of the day, and this question goes out to Miss Catherine. Miss Catherine, what will you say is body shaming to you?
Negative and inappropriate comments about someone's body weight and size. That is generally how you view someone, and your view comes out negatively. That is what body shaming it is to me. So the negative comment about someone's weight and size.
Yeah, and it's sad that these comments are so frequent, and people feel like they they can voice out their opinions regardless of whether they are hurting someone or not. And
Exactly.
maybe we can, yeah, exactly, yeah. And maybe what will you say, like where is body shaming promoted? Maybe the other ladies can
Um,
also chip in.
Mostly we see this in our day-to-day lives through social media, through our friends, mostly actually it's through our friends and through ourselves. You see these small comments that we make about ourselves, like, I am quite big, I can't fit here. That is your body shaming yourself. So mostly
Mhm.
it's about ourselves. We find it in the media where maybe actors find it funny laughing at people who are maybe too big or too skinny. So, yeah, these are some of the platforms where body shaming is advocated. Honestly, don't find it.
Yeah, and yeah, and I think it's sad because what happens in this media, the social media, even the magazine, even the movies that we watch, you find that they are normalizing body shaming and making it seem as though it's normal, which is not. And that's why we're here, and we're here to discuss this, and we are here to say that it is not okay, especially when it becomes a source of comedy. And
Mm,
like someone
yeah,
thinks that because they want to make it seem funny to describe someone's body and say that
exactly.
they look like something, like um you want to compare someone's body to an object, which is really wrong. And we are here to say that that is not okay. And maybe we can, maybe the other ladies can chip in, like, what is body shaming to you, Eunice?
Okay, so first of all, body shaming for me is somebody telling me how I'm supposed to look for them. First of all, is telling me that setting a body standard that is not for me, that is not me. For instance,
Mm.
you see me and you start saying, girl, you're too curvy, or you're too fat, you should stop eating. That is body shaming. I mean, your
Mm.
idea of beauty is not up to me to fulfill it. We
Mm.
all have different beauty standards. You might think that being slim is beauty, or being curvy is beautiful, or being chubby is beautiful, but that is not me. So
Yeah.
nobody should have the guts to tell anybody how they should look like. You are not supposed to tell me how I should look like. I'm not supposed to tell you how you should look like. So body shaming is trying to convince me that I'm not beautiful, that I'm not okay,
Mhm.
that I'm overweight, or maybe I'm too slim. That is body shaming, and I totally do not agree with that.
Yeah, and that is so true. And like, I came across something, and I think I should share with you guys. And it's all about how us as humans, we follow a certain rules of the society. And you find that all these rules have been created by someone. So even the aspect of the kind of body is deemed right, the kind of size is deemed right, that was created by one human being. And I believe that that human being has the same rights as I do, and I can create the standards that I want for my life, and every other person has the right to do the same.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to jump in. I'm just going to quickly
Yeah.
jump in and say that where it's promoted, it's not only in social media and much of the society and advertising and so on and so forth. Some of us actually experience body shaming within our community and within the people that are around us. I can definitely tell you for a fact that I experienced it with someone who I was dating at some point, who really just had this whole idea of you should look like this and you should look like that, constantly badging at me because of the fact that I am a bit bigger, right? And I love myself the
Mm-hmm.
way I am. I was very comfortable. So when somebody comes in and tells you that, hey, you're eating too much, hey, you're doing this too much, hey, you're not supposed to look like that, hey, for a lady, this is not okay. Oh, somebody even the same person actually told me that I looked pregnant as a joke at some point.
Oh,
And
wow.
what is this? And this was somebody that I was dating. Imagine, this was somebody that I was dating. And this is really, really bad because now having it come from other people, I am of the type that I do not mind. Y'all will comment, y'all will do whatever you want to do and say whatever you want to say. As long as I don't know you, I don't care. But
Mm.
when it comes from somebody who's in your close camp, right? When it comes from somebody who's your person, somebody who's supposed to be your protector, somebody who's supposed to be your shield. How am I supposed to deal with body shaming out there and deal with body shaming in here? And I can see that someone else said, even in the workplace, you go to work and your
Mm.
manager or somebody else comes and tells you, oh, you look like you've added some weight. Of what business is that to you? Of what, as in, I am eating what? Of what business is that to you? Oh, oh, are you eating again? There's some people who come and tell you at work when you're having lunch, oh, do you really think that you should have that extra cheese on that? Of
Oh, wow.
that to you? What concern is that to you? But with that said, I'm just gonna quickly go on over to the consequences of body shaming, and also
Mm.
since I already shared my body shaming experience, my very personal one,
Mm.
I love everyone else to share their body shaming experience. So if I'm gonna go to Denver, what are the consequences of body shaming?
The first ever consequence is just self-doubt. The moment
Mm,
someone tells you, I remember there's a time I was interning. I won't mention where, but I was an intern. And of all the interns, that I was the thickest among them all. And then when sitting, a fellow colleague or a colleague said, will you fit in that chair? Oh my God, I went home, didn't eat dinner. I didn't eat breakfast the next day when coming in, expecting myself to be slim within that amount of time. And then, sometimes it's genetic. It's nothing about eating. It's nothing. I was like, oh my God, why am I letting this person get into my head? So it gets into someone's head and then makes you even make yourself suffer for things that you don't really even care about. Because
mhm,
how was it your business? If I was going to fall with that chest, it is me who's falling. Is it you?
mhm,
I'll break
mhm,
my back. It is my back that is broken, not yours.
mhm,
So
mhm,
yeah, it's the best and the most consequence that I've seen around of body shaming is self-doubt and just self-hurt. And that affects your self-esteem so much. You'll start walking facing down instead of carrying your crown high.
mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Exactly. And if we go on to Catherine, because I know this was her area of expertise, Catherine, please tell us what are the consequences of body shaming in terms of the analysis that you've done?
It mostly messes with your daily activities. Like you want to do some things, but again, you're like, will I really fit in this crowd? So
Mm,
it makes you not engage in so many activities and so many opportunities that are out there,
mhm,
which maybe that is your main point of success, but you
mhm,
find yourself holding yourself back and you're like, I am not fit for this. This is not meant for me.
mhm,
So it makes you lag behind in activities in life, in your daily routines. So it makes you not love you, the true you, you as a person, you as a whole. It makes you just not love you. Yeah.
And what is your experience with body shaming? Have you ever been body shamed before?
Yes, of course. Like we were sharing a story with Denver yesterday, and it has happened to me too, where someone says that big people smell. I honestly didn't know that. That was the first time I heard that. Where on earth did that person hear that? Like, have you? I've never felt or smelled any bad odor myself. So I'm like, okay, where is this coming from? So you're so hurt, you even skeptical. Maybe you smell yourself like, am I really smelling? So such comments are heartbreaking. They really are. Yes. And it honestly got to me. Like, the moment you smell yourself to confirm if you're smelling, that is something that has gotten into you. So that was one of my worst experiences, being body shamed.
If I would like to go to you in terms of your own experience before we jump into the next session, but even before we jump into the next session, I can see a lot of comments, so I would love to also go into the comment section. So, Eve, share with us your body shaming experience, and then I believe Eunice is the only one who hasn't shared yet. Has she?
Yeah. Yeah.
Great. So go ahead, guys, share your body shaming experience. Keep it short so that we can be able to cover the next topics as we go and
Yeah.
dig deeper into the comment section. So come on, go ahead.
The whole aspect of people thinking that because I'm plus size, I automatically have a child. Like, you'll find you're walking in the streets. Yeah, you're walking in the streets, minding your own business, going to where you're going, and someone will automatically assume that you have a child. Mama, baya mtoto hii, mnunulia mtoto hii nini, and that pisses me off. Not that I have anything against children, and I love kids, but why would you assume that I have a child? Because, and I tell them that, even that is not even the worst part. You tell them that I don't have a child yet. I'm like, uko sure? I'm like, how am I not sure that I don't have a child? How am I not sure that I don't have a child? And you see, just because I am plus size doesn't mean that I have gotten a child. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I have petite friends who have 2 or 3 children and they're still petite. Being plus size does not mean that you got your hips or your body from baby fat, like after getting pregnant, because people automatically assume that you got pregnant, that's why you're like that, you must be married, you must have had a child, like, will you even get a husband? Like, someone has ever asked me that, will you even get a husband? Like, so just slim kidogo. Or even when you're out on a date and someone will be like, I like you, but as in, uh do you usually work out? Do you usually, what do you eat? Do you take wheat? You should cut down on your wheat or even on your sugar. Like, you shouldn't. And I'm like, I might be one of the most active persons you have ever met, just that I was born like in a family who whose bodies are like this, and I am okay with myself. Most of the time
Well,
I find
it
that
actually works out.
I
Let me just say this: Eve actually really is active, but we go on.
yeah, as in, I can break dance. Like, I tell people that I break dance and they are like, are you sure? Like, how are you able to do that? Until they see me and they are all like, their mouths are open.
I want to
And
see it
that
too.
is sorry,
I want to see
Victoria.
it.
It's on my YouTube channel. You will see it. Yeah. So I break dance. I am the one of the most flexible people, and just because I'm plus size doesn't mean that I am not able to do these things. And you shouldn't have assumptions about people's lives, and actually even addressing them or having opinions about them because of how they look. Yeah.
Eunice, you want to quickly go ahead as we wrap up this first topic so that we go into the next ones and quickly also go through them? Oh, God, I had forgotten my job. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, first of all, my body shaming experience started when I was a little child. I was a little kid. Because all my entire life I've been bigger than my peers. So, when I was a kid, I grew up being told you're fat, you know, by the neighbors, the people around. You're big. You should stop eating. You should start exercising. So it really affected me when, as a kid, I had a very low self-esteem to a point that I couldn't even take a picture of my body. I got to high school. I almost dropped out because of it. Most people will tell me, well, I'll be going to school and someone just comments, huyu mama yote bado anasoma, you know? Is this girl still in school the way she's big, you know? So I felt like I'm not really fitting in with my peers. I felt like I'm bigger than my peers and I shouldn't be in school. But through the help of my dad, I was able to overcome it. And then I joined campus. That is when it got even more hot because I thought the whole experience had died. You know, I thought that I'll meet better people, but I just ended up meeting worse people. So in campus, I've been walking around, and then I get some crazy attention, and then people just start commenting, are those curves real? Like, are you using some injections, some tablets? And also, actually, there was a time I was going to class, and then some couples, they were walking past me, and then the guy said to the girl, look at her. I mean, her hips are so big. Are those real? Is she normal or is she abnormal? So those things can really put you down. Those things can really make yourself doubtful of everything you do, your confidence, even your walking style. If you want to know you have a low self-esteem, look at your walking style. That will just be able to tell you how you are. So it really affected me, but I was able to conquer that. And right now I speak against body shaming. No one should tell you how you should look like. No one should tell you that you're fat, that you're slim. You have to look the way you want to look and look the way you want to look. So yeah, that's my experience.
I'm just gonna quickly come back and do a Jonah because we need to go into the comments so that we can go into the next sessions. Now I'm gonna quickly go through the comments. Lee Kinyaberry was here waiting before we were there, and he said he will be present. Republic of Kenya says, wow to you too. You know, power to the people. Hey, he says you two look amazing. Thank you very much, Leaky. And Joan Kiet says, Kate Nakuona. That is to Kate. Go ahead na usalimie watu wako huku ni salamu kama Waluya. Tuma salamu kwako John Kiet. Felista says Denver sisi yani mnasalimia huku ala. Louis goes in and says, Eunice,
Hey,
Allah, if mina wetu ndio hatujasalimiwa
hatuna love. Victoria, hatuna love. Wametuzoea.
Absolutely. Yanga is so used to seeing us. Jacob says, can the show be 2 hours this evening? Well. Talk to us nicely. We may just decide.
Yeah.
Leaky says at workplace. He was the one that I was referring to. At the workplace, body shaming at the workplace. Allah, Eunice, go girl.
Hey.
Erica. Republic of Kenya goes on to say, well said, Eunice. Anna, Eunice, uko na my fans. Baby girl.
Hey.
Yeah. Louis Mainga says, Eunice, that was, hey, wait. Nita Tom kisema Eunice. Eunice, that was a nuanced explanation of body shaming. I like it. I loved it as well. Duncan goes on and says, well said, Eunice Nerito. Clap. Great response.
My dad. That is my dad.
Oh, that is so nice. That is so sweet.
Salamu tena.
Duncan goes on and says, wow, my daughter went through the same thing. Thank you for your advice, Eunice Nerito. You're a role model to me.
Oh.
Thanks, Dad. I love you.
Oh.
Bakita goes on and says, depression, self-hate, self-harm. Those are the consequences.
Yeah. Oh, that is one of my family friends. Hi, Bakita.
Nakwambia mnatuma salamu. Hey. Jerry, this is the problem. You see now, there's some other people who are not commenting in the background. See, you see what your peers are
Mm,
doing?
yeah.
Jerry goes on and says, nice topic. Nice topic indeed. Leaky says, imagine you're in a party and someone says, you go on and eat salad. You already have enough chicken in your body. Hey,
Oh
Jesus.
my God. That
Woo!
is so sad.
Leaky says,
Hey.
well said. Thank you very much. Belva says,
Mm,
listening, and we are delivering. Thank you very much for joining in. Erica says, wow, Eunice Nerito, wow, her story was really touching. Leaky goes on and says, Victoria, you look great. And all of
finally. Yeah.
thank you very much. We're going to go into a short break. Naja, I know why these ladies are laughing. I know why these ladies are laughing. Luanda goes on and says, "Your stories are reminiscent of my own experience when I started working. Guys in the boardroom used to give me a dismissive vibe because of my then small body. It can be damaging. And you see, this is the thing.
Mm,
Body shaming does not only go one way; it goes two ways. It goes either
yeah.
on the far extreme where you're too big for people's. I don't know why they have an opinion, but for people's opinion, you're too big, and for others, you're too small, right? And it's
Yeah.
really
Mm,
annoying. It's a
And
very
let me
very
add to that. If you
yeah.
allow me to add to Kidogo,
Go on.
Victoria, in that context, for someone like me who is in an IT field, we are so less girls in the field. So majority of the time, you walk into a room that guys or ladies that in that room are shocked that you're in that room. The first thing is like they think you got it because of your body, because somehow you're curvy in some areas that might land you some jobs, and it's so diminishing. So you worked hard, you worked so hard to be there, and then
mm,
someone is like, that one got it because of her, but behind
Mhm.
something. It's
Mm.
so ridiculous. Mhm.
No, and that's
mm,
very, very true. That's very true. Now, Duncan, I love the energy your father is giving here. I love the energy.
mm.
I love it. He goes on and says,
Hey.
this big up. I love it. I love it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Dad. Thank you, Dad.
Lillian goes on and says, see you, D. Thank you very much.
Denver.
And please keep on sharing your experiences in the comment section. We're just going to go on a short break. And I can see time is running, but you know what? At the end of the
Mm,
day, we might have to extend this a little bit longer because we have two more sessions left. And then we have another session for October month. And if you are very smart, you will write down what October month is recognized for.
yeah.
Now, with that said, let's just go into a quick break and we're going to watch a short video. Hello, everyone. My name is Victoria Nkatha, and today is Wisdom Wednesday. Now, today's word of the day is inspired by Emma Stone, who states that I can't think of any better representation of beauty than someone who's unafraid to be themselves. And this is amazing because it correlates to what we're about to discuss tonight in regard to body shaming and self-image. Being yourself is the epitome of beauty. No matter how you look, no matter what society tells you, whether you're male or female, the most amazing thing that you can be able to do as a representation of who you are, how unique you are, how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, is be yourself and appreciate yourself for who you are. So with that said, do not forget to join us tonight at 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central European Time, which is 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. East African Time on today's show. See you then. And here we are. And do not judge the person you saw in the video and the person you're seeing now is the same person. Anywho, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are watching us from. This is Responding to Life with yours truly, Victoria Nkata, and my lovely angel Eve. Hey, you see what I did there? You see what I did there? You see what I
Yeah,
did
I'm a lovely angel. Oh my God.
Exactly. Exactly. Now we are on to body shaming, and we're about to get into the second session of today's topic, and we are
Mm,
all about the myths and misconceptions that we've come across in terms of our body types and our body size. So, with that said, I'm just gonna invite Miss Denver Okondo, Miss Eunice Nerito, and Miss Catherine Kangochi to guide us through this topic. Eve, would you like to take it away, please? Nani mekuanzisha na very high notes. You better keep it there.
Yeah, Denver, you told me a story about the myths and misconceptions about body size, and that's the reason as to why I would like to start with you.
Mhm.
Would you mind sharing?
I think even Catherine touched on it. Was it on TikTok or Twitter? Either of them. So there was a guy. He was a guy. In the way all this commenting down on a very gorgeous lady photo, and he was there like with a long paragraph, and he's like, all these things, when she removes the clothes, it will look like a lemon, a lemon's back, and then plus these big things just smell bad. Oh my god, the trigger.
Wow.
Trigger. Like, this lady is so pretty. So I was like, I actually even asked him, did you smell the picture? Because I'm trying to smell it and I can't feel the smell. What's going on? Because why would you say something if you've experienced someone who doesn't know how to take care of themselves hygiene wise? Why would you assume every curvy girl smells? Because his point was curvy girls smells because they are big and they don't know how to wash their big body parts. I was like, oh my god, why are we doing, like, are we there now? Now we are doing this now.
Mm.
When did you experience that, and why didn't you tell that person who is smelling to take care of herself? People smell from sickness. You never know the reason why this person is having that an odor. Plus, one might not be able to take care of themselves properly. So why would you assume everyone, if since you encountered one, now everyone who is that size smells? Because smaller people smell too. Sweat is just sweat from everybody. We all
Mm.
get to sweat in some time of the day. And another point was the cellulite, the ndimo part. Do you know, even of us, the tiny ladies and thick girls, both of them have cellulites and stretch marks. These are,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. We all have quantities of fat. It is just that the percentage of fat in each and everyone's body is different. So
Mm.
the cellulite will do the amount of fat underneath your skin. Doesn't define you, and they're so pretty, by the way. The stripes, the zebra stripes are cute, and they're on every other child or every other lady. Even guys do have that. So using
Yeah.
that against someone online is such a big misconception, and it is so bad, and it is so hurting. It did hurt me, and it wasn't commented on my picture. So I was imagining what that lady went through. Something like that can take you to depression anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes.
Very true. And I think I heard
Mm.
one thing, which was the common misconception about bigger people is that number one, they smell. If you are handling people who do not know how to clean themselves, do not come and imagine that the rest of us do not clean ourselves, because we smell very good. We smell very amazing. When I pass through, I am smelling of Labelle. I am smelling of Yves Saint Laurent. I am smelling of Poco Rabanne. I am smelling of this. Trust me, when I pass through, when I walk through, you will, with the way I look and the way I smell, I'm irresistible. But that is just by the way. That is just one misconception that people have. The other one is the fact that people are not fit when they are bigger, that bigger people are not fit. But somebody actually commented on my DMs and told me that, isn't it funny? Let me just quickly read it. Isn't it funny that it's bad for women to be big, but really good if the guy is big? So, number two, another misconception about bigger, especially women, is the fact that you automatically are inactive. You're not a good person in terms of a relationship because you're not wife material, right? But on the other side, a bigger husband is, I will hug you, I will do all these things. What do you think about that, Catherine?
That's actually very true. Um, you meet some people and you do something. Maybe let me use an example. Like you've gone on a what are they called? um team building. So there's a time I went for team building and I did things that people didn't actually imagine I would do. And they were like, how did you do that? So the fact that I'm big means that I can't skip rope, I can't play tennis, I can't, that's wrong. Like, us big people, we're not unfit. Being big doesn't mean we're not fit. So that is something that I've faced so many times, and it's wrong. It's so wrong.
Mm. And I think one of the things that people are asking, where is the bigness that these people are talking about? Because, I'm looking at y'all, there's no CG double neck, there's no, big face like this. There's no, people are watching, where is this big that they're talking about? With that, if you want to find out where the big is, go onto their social media platforms
Yeah.
and vote for them at Miss Kavi. If you want to see the Kavi,
Mm.
go on and vote for them. Choose, select there, and you can vote multiple times. So you can vote for Eve this time, you can vote for Denver this other time, you can vote for Eunice this other time, you can vote for Kathy
Yeah.
this other time. Go on and vote and see the lovely governors, the lovely governors. You see mine. Mine is just an example. Mine is just an example. Cause me, I'm very yes, just there. I am small cover. These people are beautiful, scrumptious. Let me just be quiet. Anywho, we're just gonna quickly go on to the next one before we before we start changing the topic. We're gonna go into the aspect now of self-image, and I think this is something that is very very important. Well, everything was important, but now with us having discussed body shaming, how people view us, and that is mostly on the outside, right? And that comes to us, which is something that we don't control. When
Can
we
I say
look at,
something?
yeah, go on.
The final part is
Yes.
being assumed that you either undereat or you overeat. Because, for example, me, I've been on the both of this sizing. I was
Mm,
super tiny, like size 4, before I was before my adolescence, like around 14 and below. And then at around 16, 17, I all of a sudden. So when I was small, it was always like, Akuli, she's never eating. This one, are you starving? Do you have kwashiako? Do you have this? Do you have that? When I was thick now, why are you overeating? It's too much food. Is it, sir or ma'am? It is just the same amount of food. It is my body just reacting to whatever.
mm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Denver, for that. And I think
Yeah.
another thing. You remember when I told you about my own experience? I was being told, why couldn't you? Why should you not? Why can you not stop eating that? Why can you not eat that? Me, I will eat anything that I want, and I will eat you in the process as well. Moving
Mm.
forward. You cannot come and tell me eat this and that. That I will eat my food and I will eat you. In the process. What are you talking about? Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're just gonna quickly move on to the next topic,
Mm-hmm.
where I think also one of the things that is very important is that we've discussed body shaming. That is something that comes from outside. So if Eve comes and tells me, "Oh, Victoria, what are you doing?" That is her own opinion. I can choose, and we work towards choosing how to dilute and sieve and whatnot information that comes to us. Now we've also talked about myths about body shaming, and some of these myths now end up becoming facts, and with the opinions of others and the myths going on to into becoming facts for some of us, we often now shape our image, our self image based on these things. You realize that because somebody told me that they do not like how big I am or how I look, then that now shapes in. And because I was being told that if I stop eating, then I won't be that big anymore, or if I eat this and that, I won't be like that, which some things are true, but there's some things that are just false. Then I now start loathing myself. I can tell you for a fact, before even Eunice comes in and talks about self image, There's a point where I was really down simply because there's somebody who kept on beating and jabbing at me because of my body weight, and it made me hate myself. So, with that coming in, Eunice, please go on and talk to us about self-image. What is self-image? Starting from that, what does self-image mean to you?
Okay, so first of all, self-image is how you perceive yourself. It is how you see yourself. It is the impression that you have on yourself. It is what you see when you look in the mirror. So the perception that you have of you, the idea that you have of you, like when you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm Eunice. Eunice is this is her strength, this is her weaknesses. That is self-image. So self-image is what you see when you look in the mirror. Are you seeing a beautiful person? Are you seeing a smart person? Are you seeing an intelligent person? Are you seeing an ugly person? Because self-image can be negative or it can be positive, depending with the things that has built on that self-image that you have. Because self-image is not something that you just wake up one day and you find out that this is who I am, or these are the things that I can say is my self-image. It is something that has built over time. It can be affected by child traumas, relationship traumas, friendship traumas. All these things can build up your self-image. It is just up to you to determine which one to let them go, and the ones to embrace them, and the ones to build them, and the ones to drop them. That is self-image.
And I think that's very, very important. Ladies, what does self-image means to you? Hey, English. Likuja na meli, libebwa ikaleta, it's not a thing. Catherine, what does self-image mean to you?
Um, Eunice has actually summarized it all, which is whatever she said is what it is. Like it is how you view yourself, your self-esteem, how you carry yourself.
Mhm.
It's all that Eunice has said. She's put it perfectly. So yes,
Now,
yes.
with this one, I'm gonna go on to Eunice back again, and I'm gonna ask, how can we improve our self-image?
So first of all, before you grow, you ask how you can improve your self-image, right? So first of all, before you even improve your self-image, you're supposed to know where you are, the stage that you are, because you cannot improve what you do not know. The
True.
first step of improving your self-image is understanding who you are. Get to know who you are as a person. Get to fall in love with who you are so that you can be able to improve your self-image. Understand your strengths, understand your weaknesses. Understand the weaknesses that you need to completely let them go. Understand the strength that you can build up and use them to your advantage, and also understand the weaknesses that you can actually improve. There's no way as a human being you can be 100% good, 100% good at everything. We are all good in something and we are all bad in something. So understand that about you. Then the second step, take time to fall in love with that person that that person that you've listed down. After you list down your strengths, you list down your weaknesses. Now get to understand, get to fall in love with that person. Because you might list all those things down, but you might not fall in love with the person you see. And that is not improving your self-image. Thirdly, stop comparing yourself with other people. Stop comparing yourself with other people. That is the third one. Because comparing me with Eve, I mean, there's no way I can be Eve. There's no way Eve can be me. Eve is good in some particular things, and I'm good in the particular things. So stop comparing yourself with other people and take you for who you are and use that to your advantage. Thirdly, who is speaking to your ears? That is so important. If you want to grow yourself and your self-image and like what you see, you need to stop hearing negative things. Who is that person that is speaking to you, telling you you're not good enough? Drop those people, delete their numbers, and follow them. You know, do not entertain anything that is reducing you. Do not reduce yourself to make anybody comfortable. Do not. So who is listening to you? Who is speaking to your ears? And most of the time, especially in relationship, and this one I have to speak about it. Most of the times we fall in love, and we end up forgetting who we are. We meet somebody's son or we meet somebody's woman, and we are totally into them, and we are totally into making it work, such that we start changing who we are to accommodate them. Most of the time, people who are in relationships, you see, self-image is you looking in the mirror and seeing you in the mirror alone. It's not you standing in the mirror with another person behind you. That is not self-image. Mostly in relationships, you'll find that your boyfriend or your girlfriend is standing on that mirror with you and is whispering in your ears, you are not smart, you are ugly, you are fat, you are not enough, you are not worth it, and that is wrong. When you go to that mirror, when you wake up in the morning, go to that mirror alone and ask yourself, who is Eunice? Who is Eve? Don't let anybody whisper in your ears negative things. And also, fourth thing, is it the fourth thing or the fifth thing? Okay, so the fifth thing is growing with that. Growing does not, self-image does not just start today and ends today. No, growing is a lifetime long journey. You cannot grow today and end the growing today. No. Remember, maintaining that self-image is actually the thing. When you wake up every day, sometimes you will feel lazy, like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm so grumpy, I look ugly. Okay, then go shower and look good. Maintain that self-image. It is how you keep on growing. You cannot wake up today and say, oh wow, I have a good self-image, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am smart, that's it, I can conquer the world, and then forget it tomorrow. No. Every day you have to remind yourself who you are. You look in the mirror and you say, I'm strong. You look in the mirror and you say, I can conquer the world. You look in the mirror and say, God, I can have anything I want in this life. And then pray for it. Self-image, your spiritual life has a lot of impact on your self-image, because your self-image is your identity. You need to tell God to help you to know who you are. There's no way you're going to know who you are without God. You will wake up tomorrow and forget who you are. You will meet a boyfriend who will tell you, baby, you are not enough. You'll meet a friend who will tell you, you're eating too much, you're fat. But when you have that relationship with God, then he will remind you who you are, and he will tell you who you are, and he will show you the way. So those are the things you need to do to maintain a positive self-image.
Eunice is preaching. Preach on. Wow. Let me tell you something. She is saying, she's speaking my word, because when I walk in the streets, what did you start by saying? I am beautiful, I look scrumptious, I look gorgeous. Words of affirmation. There's nobody who will affirm you better than you can affirm yourself. You better know who you are. If you are Eunice, if you are Eve, you are Eve, and that is who you are. And there's nobody like you. There's not, even twins are not alike. Even twins are not alike. No matter how much they look like each other, there's something unique within them, each of them, that makes them special. Denver. Can you come and tell me who is Denver Okonjo? Because when I started off, I said this is a fierce woman. Can you just tell me who you are, Denver? Tell me. Let me go on and come on, go on.
Do your job. Oh my God. Denver is a plus size enthusiast. IT specialist. I major in automation and web development. I am a model, now going into pageant modeling. That is now Miss Curvy Curve Kenya, and humbly requesting for your votes. And I'm also a commercial and fashion model. So,
amen. Own that, my darling. Somebody is asking me whether this is women empowerment. No, this is not women empowerment. This is everybody empowerment. William, wherever you are phenomenal. You are amazing. You better stand up for who you are and state that I have this. Hey, remember, you're handsome. You've been told that you're handsome. Now let's go through the comments before I ask Catherine. Yeah, these ladies, why? I thought I was, I thought I was fiery. I am. Oh, Joy says, I was wondering where the covenness you're talking about is. All you all look all beautiful. Thank you very much, Madam Joy. This is the owner of African Women in Europe. Eve, that is our boss on the other end, on that other side. Louis says, Victoria, you're hosting the grace with a lot of humor and grace. You're hosting the show with a lot of humor and grace. Thank you very much. It is. I am about to be serious. This joking is about to shift in a bit, so just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Fubso Somorin says this Eunice is special and brilliant. Giving her all her flowers. Giving her all her flowers. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Absolutely amazing. And you know what? There's nowhere that you'll get a combination of model and brains. It is rare. And here you have it. Here you have it. Now, Licky goes on to say, thanks, Eunice, Eve, Denver, Catherine, and of course, our Victoria. Powerful words of wisdom. I am glad to know I'm glad I got to know you have this program up only and forward ever, backward never. We are not stooping low to anybody who's gonna tell us it's oh you look sick, no. That we will is not gonna talk to us anymore. Anywho, Louis says my definition of self-image is crazy. Tell me what you see. What are you why when are you looking at me? Whoa, I think this is a song T-Pain. I tried to sing it, I don't know it, but thank you very much, Louis. Licky says, get to know you. He says, get to love you. He says, stop being them. He says, close the negative noise. He says, when it comes to your body, impress only you. And keep growing in areas that develop your self image. Yes, very, very much. Yes, very, very much. Yes. Licky goes on and says, improve your connection with God. You're fearfully and wonderfully made. Yes, very much. Yes. William is talking to Denver and say, thanks, love. What is this? What is this? That's an issue. Hey, from handsome to love.
I'm blushing.
Licky, where? Hey, Madame has blushed. She has blushed. Anywho, Licky goes in to say, absolutely affirm yourself first. Nobody can do that better for you. Nobody at all. There's nobody who can affirm you better than you can affirm yourself. So you better keep on speaking to yourself every single day. And I can tell you for a fact that every single day that I continuously spoke to myself, I realized we always talked about, if you remember, we discussed the whole aspect of how your thoughts become your beliefs become your words become your reality and your destiny. When you now shift the thoughts that you have towards yourself, when you shift the words that you speak to yourself every single day when you wake up, as Eunice rightfully put it, what you think about yourself, what you say about yourself will in return become what manifests in the physical. If I constantly think that I am not worthy or I am worthless, or if I constantly think that I am not beautiful, that will now go on to becoming my words. Any day that I wake up, I say, she's prettier than I am. Oh, she's doing this better than I do. Oh, he's doing this, he's that. You're always seeing how people are better than you, but never recognizing who you are within yourself. And this is what was being said. Remember how your words can in turn become your reality. They will manifest. Even the Bible goes in and says that what you confess is what you possess. When you confess that you're unworthy, that you're useless, that you're this and that and that, this is why words are very important. Power of life and death lies in your tongue. You do not state things that will end up in turn deading things and situations in your life. You go in and you speak goodness, you speak power into your own life. Whoever you are, it doesn't matter if you're a woman, man, plus size, mini size, petite size, whatever, whoever you are, own up to that. That is what self-image is. That is why I was I was waiting for this one. I was waiting for this part because I know I can't keep quiet when it comes to that part because it's very important. I have gone through it. And when I was down, because somebody beat me down, I had to work myself up again. And tell me right now, nobody can tell me nothing. You cannot tell me anything. I am Victoria. I am a powerhouse. I am a woman of grace, intelligence, and power. And you will not make me stand any lower than I am. I accept that I am very flawed. I am not perfect. I am completely imperfect. But in my imperfection, I am perfectly imperfect. And that is what I live by. That is what I say. And I do my best to be the best that I can be every single day. You cannot tell me anything regarding myself that is not a fact to me. Whatever you hold is an opinion to yourself. Keep your opinion. I am very fearfully and wonderfully made. Fearfully in the sense that I will come
Yes,
to
yes, yes.
find my world and I will work through my world and I will own it. There's nothing else that
Mm.
you can tell me. And that's just fact. Own up to yourself. Man, woman, child, anything that you are, own up to who you are and accept, love you in all that you are and work towards being the best that you can be. We're not saying that you should be lazy or anything. We're saying if you feel like today, for me, I cannot climb upstairs without getting tired. That means that I am unfit. I have to go and work out. And that means that I'm not hating myself, but I realize that there's an area of flaw. What does that mean? I go and do what I need to do. But it doesn't mean that I hate myself. It means that I recognize myself. I love me for who I am, but I know that there's a place where I can be better. If we continue, we will not get to the most important part of this discussion. Nyukabi says, "Good evening, ladies. You look amazing. Thank you very much, Dr. I don't want to murder your name, so I'm gonna say Dr.
Marshall, Marshall.
Michelle. Okay, hey, Denver, whatever you're drinking today, Denver, I want it too." He
It is an
says,
assistance.
Daktari says, love the discussion, very empowering. Thank you very much. Nyokabi DK Kamau, who is he? Nyokabi DK Kamau says, I have suffered body shaming to a point it affected my dress code, the self care routine that I used to have. Getting back to myself was a long journey. And yes, it started with my mind and then translated to my physical appearance. It all starts up here. Whatever you say up here will in turn now go on to, and we go on to awakening the life within you. She says there's nothing more rare, more beautiful. Sorry guys for the camera email Funika, but the comment is this says there's nothing more rare, no more beautiful than a woman being unapologetically herself, comfortable in her perfect imperfection. To me, that is the true essence of beauty. The human body is the best work of art. Yes, women who love themselves are threatening, but men who love your women more so. Very much yes. And again, even men who, however you look, whether you're short, whether you're tall, unajua kuna wengine wanashindaga sema they only like tall guys. No, go on and love yourself as who you are. Dunk awakening the life within you. Calm down, Vicky. Where I feel like I feel under like jumping around. Please jump around. Go on and jump around. Louis says, thank you for the show, Victoria and Eve. Keep on creating impact. All the best to Eunice, Denver, and Catherine in the contest. Eve is also in the contest. Yo, do not forget Eve's name on that list, please. I am the only person here who's not a model. So go on and vote for all of them. They're all in the contest. Eve, what are you saying? Sorry.
Okay, I wanted to add to the point of self-image, and one way you can figure out how you view yourself, because sometimes it's not just about what you see in the mirror.
Mm,
Look at your life. Where are you at? Especially in your career, in your relationships, because sometimes we allow people in our lives and they are not good for us because it's a reflection of how we feel about ourselves. If you allow someone to hurt you, it means that you do not know your worth, you do not know how you what you're worth, and you are supposed to be the first person who defends yourself. You are supposed to be the first person who um, fights your own battle. So if someone comes and tell you an opinion about you and that is not who you believe you are, and you accept it, then it means that that is how you view yourself. So the first way you should figure out yourself, how you view yourself, is by checking your surroundings and the kind of life you live, the kind of people around you. And from there, you can be able to work forward into making it better. Yeah, that's a point that I wanted to add. And don't forget that I am also in the competition. Please vote for
Yes.
me as well.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much. We're just gonna round up because if you notice the color has changed. Anywho, Duncan goes on and says, exactly as the way I raise you. I'm loving this father energy here. I love it. In fact,
Oh, wow.
knowledge God in your life. Oh, please.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dad.
very
Thank
much.
you, Dad.
Marika goes in and says, "Wow, you're just wow. I just love who you are. I am petite, but you're making me eat more to be curvy. My friends, it's life is too short. Life is too short. Ah, men also go
Yeah.
through body shaming. Yes, very much awakening the light.
Mm,
Men go through body shaming. Your Kabiji Kamal says yes. Self-image is more than just physical appearance. It goes around your entire life. Yes, very much yes. And thank you for everybody who
mm.
has commented. I'm just gonna let the ladies say goodbye because in the next session, just the next 5 minutes, we're going to go into something completely different. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining the show. Thank you. It has been a huge privilege.
Okay.
But you're not going yet. We are doing this together. So you're going to do what I do. You will copy as I do. Okay?
Yeah.
Kelvin Joki says, brilliant ladies, you're influencing culture right here. I had to read this one. I'm so sorry. But thank you very much, Kelvin. And it's good to see you on the show. Now, ladies, we're going to do a small exercise. We're going to just go through a small
Yeah.
exercise. Yokabi is asking, why are we pink? Why are we pink? Why are we pink? Oh, Yokabi, why are we pink? Yokabi JK Kamal, why are we pink? We're in the month of October. And Miss Catherine, can you tell us why we are pink?
It's the Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, and
Yeah.
specifically Breast Cancer Awareness
Breast
Month.
Cancer
Now,
Awareness.
exactly,
Yeah.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So that is why we all of a sudden are very pink on the show today. We were doing another color, but we had to keep it here for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Now, with that said, I'm just gonna go through a few pointers and a few facts in regard to breast cancer awareness. And we are going to go through something. All the ladies who are watching, I'm sure some of you do not know how to do this. So we're going to do it together. Now, with that, we're just going to go through a few facts about breast cancer. Now, breast cancer is not a transmittable or an infectious disease. Hey, let us just start from there. None of the cancers to some degree are. And basically half of the women who actually develop breast cancer have no identifiable breast cancer risk. So it just to some degree comes with age, it comes with obesity, it comes with harmful use of alcohol, family history, a radiation exposure, reproductive history, when your pregnancy began, and all this you can find on the World Health Organization website. And if you smoke, for instance, and so on and so forth. Now, one of the things that is very, very evident when it comes to breast cancer is the fact that your breast lump, you could have a breast lump or thickening in your breast, or you have changes in the size. And you'd see me referring here a lot because there's a reason why we are here. So there's an alteration in size or shape of your breast, or there is all of a sudden an appearance, could be a redding or a rash or dimpling, and alteration in the skin around your breast as well. It could be that there's a change in how your nipple looks like. So when you're looking at yourself, and this is also advised, you're supposed to be looking at yourself often, is the fact that you might also see that your nipple area is now changing, and the skin around your nipple area might be shifting, and it might be what's it called? The skin is coming out, and so on and so forth. And just this a whole shift, or even the nipple, there's a shift in how it looks like. Also, another thing is that there's abnormal nipple discharge. So nipples are not supposed to discharge unless they are milking, for instance. So you might see abnormal not milk, hey, abnormal discharge in the breast, right? And these are all signs of breast cancer, and could be potential breast cancer. Now, lumps are not always necessarily cancerous, but they could be. And therefore, it's very, very important for you to constantly look for these changes and for all these things that are for lumps as well, because they need to be checked. The earlier you figure it out, the better. Now, statistics in the States say that 1 out of every 8 women have can get breast cancer, or are at risk of getting breast cancer, or get breast cancer. And this is a lot of women. This is a lot of women. However, today we're going to do a small exercise in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to do a small exercise. Now, I have a great panel of ladies. I am surprised that I have no men today, but I have a great panel of ladies, and we're going to do this together. Um, So Nyokabi, before we start, Nyokabi goes on and says, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I always learn something new from you, girl. It's important to take note of this month. I remember Naomi, who lost her life from breast cancer after being in 7 years remission. It's important to get a check. Yes, it is. And I took a deep breath because some things are very heavy to read. And I would also love to acknowledge Denver's mom, because Denver's mom is a survivor. So, Denver, if you'd like to just quickly share a little bit on that before we go into checking.
Yeah, my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer actually 10 years ago, and it was such a toll in my family, to me, because I was still in school, very, very young. I think I was in Form 2 or Form 1, something like that. So that's my adolescent stage, that you need your mother, and then she's always in the hospital. She's maybe out of the country sometimes because of treatment. And it was such but she's a strong woman. I'm super proud of her, because right now she's 5 year cancer free. I'm so proud of her. Her life is back to normal. So it's not even, sometimes, when you it's good to test and always check, because when you know about it early enough, it is much more easier and you have a higher chance of surviving. Because now 5 years and you see her, you would never tell, unless she mentions it or I do. She would never tell she was in such a situation maybe 10 years ago.
And you see, this is the reason why we want to do this today in honor of Denver's mom, wherever Denver's mom is. Much love to you. Mwah, kisses to you. And you are such an amazing woman. So, congratulations for being cancer free. And we are sending you all the flowers over here. Now, ladies, I want you to do this exercise with me. I'm sorry, Eunice, that your father is watching, but hey, yeah, what? Eunice, we have to do this. It's very, very important. Now, ladies, this is actually for all the ladies, even the men who are watching. Please take note, because it's very important even for you to support your spouse or your person or your mother or your sister, and be able to know how to check, because you will be able to guide them. If, let's say, your sister is not aware, or your mother is not aware, or your daughter or your spouse is not aware, and they don't check, you can be able to guide them. You do it on your own, and you tell them this is how you do it, right? And you can be able to save a life in that way. And even the men who are here, if you can look and see and visualize and even do it yourself, then you can help someone else who might be out there, who might even be close to you. So, with that said, ladies, lift up your arm. And this is best done when you are completely naked, when you are just from the shower, and you can potentially also look at a mirror. So while you're lifting your arm, when you're standing up or seated, you go on and you start from above here. So you go on, and you have to also go inside a little bit to a bit of the armpit, right? And you're looking for lumps. What we're doing is that we're looking for lumps. We're looking for potential change in the boob, and if it feels as if it's swollen, we're looking for, and it's good even to pressure, because you're going to feel. If it's not soft as it usually is, you're looking for where it could have grown or where it's hard. Look carefully for where it could potentially be very, very hard, very, very hard. So that's what we're looking for. We're also looking for where it could be very painful. So we're looking at all the areas of the boob. The boob is not only this, the boob is all around. You're looking at all around the area of the boob, which means under the boob as well. You're looking at over the boob as well. And you have to do this on both sides. And while you have not seen it, you shift to the other side and you do the exact same thing. You're going to do the exact same thing on all areas. You're going when you have your boob not in a bra, it's also very much easier, where you also are able to feel it very, very well. But you use two fingers. Normally you're using two fingers to feel, is my boob sore? Is my boob having lumps? Is my boob shifting? Is there a difference in size? How is it feeling? Is there anywhere that I can feel any pain, any abnormality? Is there any rash? And when you're in a mirror or in front of a mirror, you're able to also look you're also able to look at how the boob looks. So if there's a rash, if there is something that doesn't look okay, this is what you're able to also see when you're in front of a mirror and when you're undressed, when you don't have your top on. It is very important. And again, remember, you're looking with two fingers, these two fingers, so that you're pretty much going around and you're feeling around. And it's very, very important. So in honor of Breast Awareness Month, ladies, stay safe. Stay safe wherever you are. Make sure that you're checking yourself frequently, preferably when you're done showering and when you're in front of a mirror and when you don't have a bra on. As in, just check. It takes 2 minutes to check yourself on all sides. And it could literally save a life. For the men who are watching, please make sure that you go in and you help your sisters, help your brothers, oh sorry, hey, Yati brothers, help your sisters, help your daughters, help your mothers, help your spouses. Teach them, tell them, hey, do you know this is breast cancer awareness month? What do you know about breast cancer? Have you checked yourself? Do you check yourself daily? Ask them these questions and tell them, hey, we saw on Victoria and Eve's show that you do this and you do that. You can do that as well, right? And you can really you're able to save a life. You tell them you're checking for lumps, you're checking for soreness, you're checking for change in skin, you're checking for change in the size, you're checking for change in the nipple and how it looks like, or discharge as well. So remember that. And with that said, because we are so much out of time, I would love to say from all of us, we love you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for being part of the show today. We've discussed about self-image and self um and body shaming. And as you all know, every day, every time, while you are going through your day, breast awareness, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Eve and I would love to thank our guests for coming to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here every Wednesday, every single Wednesday. So follow Responding
Yeah.
to Life, follow us as we do the Lord's work and focus on Wisdom Wednesdays, bringing you great content, bringing you great topics, and also bringing you great guests as you already have seen today. So
Yeah.
with us, with love, my name is Victoria Katha.
And my name is Eve the Angel, and I'd like to remind you to please vote for us. We are finalists at the Miss Curvy Curves show. You can follow Miss Curvy Curves on Instagram and on Facebook, and you can follow through every part of the show, every part of the competition, the way it's going. And so much love for the guest tonight. Thank you for honoring my invitation. Thank you for bringing in the wisdom that you have brought. I am grateful, and I am glad for also the people who viewed our show, the comment section. Thank you for the love. We love you. Join us on Sunday, Victoria. We
Oh,
have a show
yes,
on
we have a show on
Sunday.
Sunday. We have a show on Sunday. We have African Women
Yeah,
in Europe, Awe Talks with Victoria and Katha and Eve and Nandi Sharifa at same
yeah,
time. And join us on the Aoi Talks. Much love, and
Yeah.
we are signing out. Have a great
Mwah.
evening, great day wherever you are. Bye.